In terms of DRA, we think we're going exceptionally. We've grown our footprint in the Australian market, gone from 2 small offices, one in Brisbane and Perth, employing collectively about 40 people, through the acquisition of a company in Perth called Minova. Now employing close to 180 people across the Australian continent, delivering a large amount of projects, not only studies, but also EPC projects within Australia. In terms of our African market, Africa is going through an enormous upsurge. Our African business can probably not employ enough people for the amount of work that we're currently securing within the African market. We're very confident of our number 1 position in the African market and think that we'll continue to hold on to that for many years to come. It's quite ironic that despite all the issues in the South African economy, South Africa per se as a country is still a very large contributor to revenue and profit within DRA globally. Our American market is looking very promising. We've got offices in Toronto, we've got an office in Montreal, and we're now having some associations with organizations in Vancouver. We think that the market through the Americas is a very good market. It's a market of future growth. In terms of the commodities and the trend, yes, you are correct. We see the ups and downs probably first, or some of the earlier people that would see it. In terms of the market outlook, we think the market's positive. We see that through the amount of inquiries that we get. We see that through the amount of quality of inquiries that we get within the market. So in terms of that, I think we're not going to go back to the booms that we had probably a number of years ago, but we're on a steady incline across the entire group. I mean, DRA was founded in South Africa. The African continent is DRA's number 1 market. The African continent still produce about 90% of the revenue and growth to the DRA book. However, in Australia, we've gone through an aggressive acceleration over the last 12 months. Like I said, we've acquired a company, another engineering company in Perth called Minova, that's really enhanced our delivery capability within Australia. And there are probably more targets that we would investigate, probably in the medium future. We're transferring a lot of what we're doing in other parts of the world, especially Africa, to Australia. We're expanding our operating and maintenance capability. We think that the operating and maintenance capability or opportunity in Australia is a huge market for us, not only on the east coast of Australia, but also on the west coast. We've acquired and employed some very senior executives to head up that part of our business going forward. And we can already see the level of inquiries, the type of inquiries from an operating and maintenance point of view has increased significantly just over the last probably 6 or 7 months. In terms of the broader DRA, the Americas market is on the up. We've made some changes to the American management team, which is now headed by a Canadian. That is also good from a customer point of view. The Americas market is probably lagging a little bit behind from a company point of view behind the Australian market, but they are making huge inroads within the market.